bank fishing is sometimes challenging. I do a lot of bank fishing. I know a lot of you do bank fishing. So if you only fish from a boat, this might not help you, but if you're fishing from the bank, it can be challenging. And the reason it's challenging is you lose some dang lures when you get them snagged, and that's a problem. So that's one thing you got to really think about when you are, man, these bugs are loud. But that's one thing you got to think about when you are fishing from the bank. So that's going to help determine what you're going to use. So really the number one lure for me when I'm fishing from the bank, I guess this is an all-around number one bait, I would say, out of everything, is a Texas rig. So you got your hook inside the bait where it can't get snagged as easily. It's easy to cast. It comes through vegetation. It comes over rocks and everything else, over branches. So you can target a lot of places with it, but you also can get away with not getting snagged. Plus, when you do break these off, you're not going to lose that much money. And from the bank, if you don't want to get wet, you're not getting it back sometimes. You can fish it out deep. You can fish it shallow. You can fish it parallel to the bank. It doesn't matter. So you got a lot of opportunities. Using a Ned rig or a tube or anything open hook, you're more likely to lose those. So you might want to steer clear if you're on the bank, unless you really know that body of water and you know exactly where those hang-ups are. You might be able to avoid them. When it comes to a moving bait, I'm going to typically go with a chatterbait or a spinnerbait. This is an open hook bait, but the way it swims is the baits like this. There are some chatterbait style baits, blade baits, that will get hung up easier than others. So try them all out. Make sure you figure out which ones are better around wood and vegetation. But you can fish a spinnerbait and a chatterbait shallow or deep, fast or slow. As far as bottom baits, just pick something that has the hook buried in the bait where you're not going to get hung up. And moving baits, you might want to stick with baits that can roll over rocks or trees or whatever that aren't going to get hung up. The safest way, just throw a frog on the top water and you'll never get hung up on anything, but you might not catch anything. So appreciate you watching. I'm going to try to catch a fish real quick before it gets dark. We'll see you out there.